Tito Jackson, born Toriano Adderall Jackson on October 15, 1953, was a pivotal figure in music history. He was a founding member of the Jackson 5, a group that redefined pop music. Tito's distinctive guitar playing added a unique element to their sound. His musical journey spanned decades. He achieved success both as part of a group and as a solo artist. Tito Jackson sadly passed away on September 15, 2024, leaving behind a legacy that continues to inspire. Tito Jackson's musical journey began in Gary, Indiana. He was the third of 10 children born to Joseph and Catherine Jackson. Music was a constant presence in their home. Catherine shared her love of music with her children. She played the piano and sang, instilling an appreciation for melody and harmony. The Jackson siblings were inseparable, bonded by music. Tito's older brothers, Jackie and Jermaine, formed a singing group. They practiced diligently, their voices blending in perfect harmony. Tito, initially content to observe, found himself drawn to the rhythm. He was captivated by the way music could make people move and feel. Tito's musical journey took a significant turn when he was just 6 years old. He picked up his father's guitar, his small fingers tentatively strumming the strings. Joe Jackson, a strict disciplinarian, recognized his son's talent and encouraged Tito's budding interest. He saw potential in his son's natural ability and began teaching him basic chords and techniques. Gary, Indiana, was a city with a rich musical heritage. It was a place where blues, jazz, and gospel intertwined. The city's vibrant music scene provided a fertile ground for young musicians. Tito and his brothers soaked up the sounds of their environment. They were influenced by the soulful voices of legendary artists. The Jackson brothers honed their skills performing at local talent shows. They quickly became a local sensation. Their energetic performances and impressive harmonies captivated audiences. Word of their talent spread beyond the borders of Gary. They began to attract attention from music industry professionals. Tito's guitar playing added a distinctive element to the Jackson 5 sound. His riffs and solos infused their music with a youthful energy. His solos became a defining characteristic of their early hits. As the Jackson 5's fame grew, so too did Tito's reputation as a talented guitarist. Joe Jackson played a pivotal role in the Jackson 5's success. A former musician himself, Joe recognized his son's extraordinary talent. He instilled in them a strong work ethic, demanding hours of practice each day. His strict discipline shaped the Jackson 5 into polished performers. While his methods were unconventional, his contribution to their success is undeniable. The Jackson 5 quickly rose to prominence, becoming one of the most popular acts of the 70s. Section 5. Motown and the Rise of a Supergroup. In 1968, the Jackson 5's fortunes changed dramatically. They auditioned for Berry Gordy, the founder of Motown Records. Gordy, known for his ability to spot talent, was immediately impressed. He signed the group to his label, and the Jackson 5 were on their way to becoming a global phenomenon. Motown, with its stable of talented artists and songwriters, provided the perfect platform for the Jackson 5's success. The group was paired with the songwriting and production team, The Corporation, who crafted a string of hit songs that showcased the Jackson 5's youthful energy and irresistible harmonies. Their debut single for Motown, I Want You Back, topped the charts in 1970. The Jackson 5 became overnight sensations. They were the youngest group ever to achieve such success. Their music became the soundtrack of a generation. Section 6. Television Triumphs and Tito's Guitar Skills. The Jackson 5's rise to fame coincided with the golden age of television. Their appearances on popular variety shows introduced them to a wider audience. Their energetic performances captivated viewers across the nation. In 1969, the Jackson 5 made their national television debut on The Ed Sullivan Show. Their performance was a resounding success. Tito's guitar solo in Dancing Machine on Soul Train was a standout moment. Section 7. Expanding into animation. As the Jackson 5's popularity soared, their image transcended the music industry. They became cultural icons. Their influence extended to television, fashion, and animation. In 1971, the Jackson 5 cartoon premiered on ABC. It was a Saturday morning staple. The show featured animated versions of the Jackson 5. It chronicled their fictional adventures. The cartoon's success further solidified the Jackson 5's place in pop culture. The Jackson 5 cartoon ran for 2 seasons. It introduced the group's music to a younger generation. The show's popularity led to a surge in merchandise sales. It solidified the Jackson 5's status as global superstars. By the mid-1970s, the Jackson 5 were eager for more creative control. They felt constrained by Motown's formulaic approach to music production. Their desire to explore new musical directions led to tensions with the label. In 1975, the Jackson 5, with the exception of Jermaine, left Motown and signed with Epic Records. This move marked a turning point in their career. It allowed them greater artistic freedom. They changed their name to the Jacksons, reflecting the departure of Jermaine, who remained with Motown. The Jacksons continued to release successful albums and tour extensively throughout the late 1970s. Their sound evolved, incorporating elements of funk, disco, and rock. Despite the changes, their music retained its signature harmonies and infectious energy. In 1983, the Jackson brothers reunited for the Motown 25, Yesterday, Today, Forever television special. The event, which celebrated the 25th anniversary of Motown Records, featured performances by some of the label's biggest stars. The Jackson 5's performance was one of the highlights of the evening. They performed a medley of their early hits. It was a nostalgic trip down memory lane for fans. The performance reminded the world of the group's enduring appeal. Michael Jackson's solo performance of Billie Jean on the same show became an instant sensation. His groundbreaking dance moves, including the moonwalk, captivated audiences worldwide. It solidified his status as a global superstar. While Michael's solo career skyrocketed, Tito continued to perform and record music. He released his debut solo album, Tito Jackson, in 1984. He explored a variety of musical genres, including R&B, soul, and funk. Tito remained a sought-after session musician and performer. He collaborated with various artists. He continued to tour, sharing his music with fans around the world. He remained a beloved figure in the music industry. In 2016, Tito experienced a resurgence in popularity with his single Get It Baby, which reached the Billboard charts. The song's success introduced him to a new generation of fans. It demonstrated his enduring appeal. Tito Jackson's passing in 2024 marked the end of an era. He left behind a legacy that spanned decades. He was a founding member of one of the most successful musical groups of all time. Tito's musical contributions continue to inspire. His distinctive guitar playing helped shape the Jackson 5's sound. His solo work showcased his versatility as an artist. Tito Jackson's story is a reminder of the power of music to transcend generations. His legacy will live on through his music and the countless lives he touched. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and donate to Innervision FM, Innervision J, and buy our t-shirts and hoodies. Become a monthly supporter at innervisionrecords.org. For Innervision FM, this is AI announcer for Johnnie J.